you ever want a fun game, try and explain an episode of Community to someone that does not watch Community.
Oh, I've tried. It's impossible.
No,
but I have a question for you. I'm really curious about this. I've been holding off on this. What's the name of the bear in the Muppets?
Mr. Bibbo. No, that's the guy in his finger.
No. The comedian. The comedian bear in the Muppets.
Which there's like the main
Yeah,
comedian
the boy. Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
says Waka Waka Waka.
Oh, Fonzo? No, I just remember Mr. Bimbo and his finger.
It's Fozzie Bear.
It's Fozzie.
It's Fozzie Bear.
It's Fozzie Bear. I keep calling him the Fonz.
You do. You like. I noticed it when I was editing the side B 2 weeks ago when we were talking about the Muppets, and I was like, "Does he think his name is Fonzie?
Yeah, I guess I've been calling him
The
Fonzie.
Fonz? Hey,
I remember the man that lives in his finger.
that's true.
Randomly.
I was like, wait a second. And like, I think I even like remembered hearing it during the recording. I was like, does he think his name's Fonzie? And then we just moved so quickly out of it. I was like, oh man. But like hearing, yeah.
So what's his name?
Fozzie Bear. Like a fuzzy bear.
Fuzzy Bear, Fozzie Bear.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get there.
He's the Foz, not the Fonz.
What's the little frog's name?
The little frog?
Yeah, like Kermit's cousin, like nephew.
Oh, Tiny Tim.
That's what I always want to call him.
You want to take a sip?
This is Tommy.
It's Jacob.
This is Tommy and Jacob's
His
mixtape.
What happened?
It's me choking him out. Yeah.
What? Hey, sorry.
What's up?
Okay, so what? Oh yeah, Community. Trying to describe a Community episode.
Oh yeah, just if someone like basically imagine someone walks in and goes, "What's happening right now?" And then I had to do that the other day.
With Fallon?
Yeah, because
what was the episode you're watching? Because like some you can be like, especially in the earlier seasons, there's a little more of a coherentness to it.
It was the trampoline one. I think it was the trampoline one.
Oh my god, yes. Oh god.
And I just realized,
Jeff, you've been up there for 3 hours.
Yeah. then everything after that too with Chevy Chase, Pierce just high on painkillers.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, the rest of that season.
Yeah, which is like my favorite Pierce. Look, I'm not controlling it. It's the little pilot.
And it's Andy Dick.
Yeah, it's Andy Dick. But yeah, I was trying to explain the episode, and I was like, this is a weird things to say out loud. Like, just never realized until that moment how ridiculous. I did, but trying to say it to another adult, how ridiculous that show is just,
oh, dude, yeah. And I mean, in the same way, because Dan Harmon tried explaining an episode of Rick and Morty to someone without it sounding either like super like depressing or like.
Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't. Was like Rick and Morty specifically. I wouldn't. I'd be like, you just gotta watch it. Like, I can't.
Is it even like trying to show someone like a joke, like a part from the show on YouTube? Be like, hey, this bit I thought was really funny, and they watch it out of like the context of the episode is fucking weird.
Yeah, it's a weird show. I fell out of that one too.
I love Rick and Morty. So yeah, it's all on HBO Max.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, because I was watching it on Hulu for a minute, and then they didn't have new episodes for a while, and so I just
HBO it has the new contract with Adult Swim. I want to say.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Oh, they have a lot of like Cartoon Network stuff too. Yeah. Like
So,
Static Shock.
Oh yeah.
That's on there now.
They have the entire they have all the DC stuff.
Yeah, they have a lot of Batman shit. I was going through alphabetical.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And I was like,
they have all of the Batman stuff.
All the Batman shit.
And for whatever reason, they took off the Tim Burton Tim Burton Joel Schumacher, like
the first Batman
first
cinematic
ones.
universe.
They were gone for a little bit, and now they're back. It's like, why did you take them off? What kind of rights did you lose? Maybe it was like a weird like DC to HBO rights thing that needed to happen.
I'm sure it's so complicated.
Yeah, some executive just like, why is this happening?
From the last 30 years of contracts being sold and rights being traded. I can't imagine like how big of a nightmare that must be to be in that part, like that the rights aspect of
the
media.
copyright. Yeah.
Oh god, just fucking. And then like you got to call you got to call Sony. No, I don't want to call Sony.
I don't want to talk to Kevin. Kevin's mean.
He doesn't like to share stuff. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get.
Although
myself.
that was just like a quick silence from us
Yeah,
as well.
I'm trying to fix it. Anyways, I has so what's going on?
What's new?
What's new?
I mean, not a lot. I've like started to watch a lot of things and like fallen off of them.
I tried to watch Sonic.
The movie?
Yeah,
That's a hard watch.
I fell asleep.
Yeah,
That's how
I
little
can see
I cared about it.
Or like the best thing about that movie really is Jim Carrey.
And I didn't even care that much.
Actually, no. Let me correct that. I can't remember I'm forgetting the actor's name. The guy that voiced Sonic actually does a really good job. He's the annoying friend in Parks and Rec.
That doesn't really narrow it down.
The one that starts with Aziz Ansari with what's his name?
Ben Schwartz.
Yeah, Ben Schwartz. Yeah, and Ben Schwartz. I love Ben Schwartz. I think he's fucking hilarious.
Him and the crazy sister.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's got the Jenny Slate's the crazy sister.
Yeah, Jenny Slate and what are their names? I can't remember now. Shit.
It's something weird too. But he did the voice of
Ralphio.
Yeah.
Gene Ralphio.
Yeah,
Gene Ralphio.
Ralphio sticks out in my mind with that. But he did the voice of Sonic, and you know what? He did a really good job, actually.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even have any inkling that it was him.
A lot of it's a strange thing. I was just looking at an article about this, but it's like voice actors when there's live action, or even like people that if there's like a lot of live action, they can sometimes just get shoved under the bus, especially in like a video game movie or a comic book sometimes. No, maybe not comic book anymore, but like all of the actors that did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the original 90s and in the remakes, nobody fucking knows who they are. Like, and they're like the leads, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why do we not recognize these actors? And then like for like why it's like it's not Chris Pine. It's Scott Marsden.
Oh, Cyclops, right?
Cyclops, yeah. Right, yeah. Scott Marsden is in Sonic, right?
Yeah.
It's Scott Marsden and Jim Carrey. They're the like names. They're the big names. Ben Schwartz doing the voice of Sonic. The name of the movie doesn't get as much. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe like look up the movie poster. But a lot of people, I mean, don't really know who Ben Schwartz is, and it's like because you don't see his face. Like if you saw his face, in it, yeah.
So wait, what about the movie
where
poster?
am I going?
I don't know. Where are you
Do you
going?
see Ben Schwartz's name in the movie poster?
Oh, no, you don't.
Boom.
See James Marsden and Jim Carrey.
Exactly. Oh, James Marsden, not Scott Marsden.
Yeah, James. You're naming him Scott.
Yep, Scott Summers. Yeah.
That's why we did that.
But yeah, and then like on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the first one, the actors' names aren't anywhere near
the
it.
first 90s one?
Yeah, the 90s one, yeah.
Did you ever see those new ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're bad. Their story is not coherent.
And who else is in that? Who plays April?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
And she
plays
actually
April.
wasn't a bad April O'Neil in my opinion.
I haven't seen it.
Megan Fox, I think Megan Fox is one of those actresses that I think got dragged through Hollywood for trying to stand up for herself. And this is actually, there's some articles about this that is actually a good actress, but she got dragged through Hollywood for trying to stand up for herself and how she was treated as a woman on set through Michael Bay.
Oh right, yeah, the Michael Bay thing.
Yeah, Michael Bay, and I think there was someone else as well.
I only remember Michael Bay.
Yeah, so like she just got condemned in Hollywood as being a troublemaker because she spoke up for herself.
And I don't mind Megan Fox at all. Like one of my favorite like kind of like B slasher creature
Jennifer's
features
Body?
is Jennifer's Body.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, if you've never seen it, it's actually go into it knowing it's a creature feature.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. Like it's pretty. Like,
she has a strangely standout role in This Is 40. Judd Apatow's This Is 40. She plays a young girl who's like in that works.
She's in This Is 40.
Yeah, she works in the clothing shop that Judd Apatow's wife owns. Yeah, and she's strangely like she's like very much like into the party scene. She seems like she's just kind of ditzy and just dumb and whatnot, but she's just knowledgeable in a different world. She's a pretty woman who's gotten everything handed to her and learned how to use that to her advantage, and then learned a lot about fashion and a lot about social media and just wanted to do that stuff. you know?
Yeah. I mean, I need to watch this movie again.
That movie is so fucking
Yeah.
cool. Especially the older you get. I mean, we're not even 40 yet, but I still relate to so much of that.
Yeah, well, we have the mentality of
Judd Apatow.
40-year-old men.
That's also true. Yeah. I'm not 40 yet.
But yeah, I've been doing that thing too. I've been trying to watch a lot of stuff like Sonic. Just like, like yesterday was all like we did just rewatch the newer Star Trek franchise.
Oh, Discovery?
No,
the TV show,
the movies.
Oh,
with Chris Pine. And
yeah. Sorry.
Those are good.
No, I'm sorry. I just got excited because I thought you were gonna. Because I've been thinking about getting into Discovery because it's gotten a lot of good praise. And I just haven't.
You should get into Picard.
What platforms can I watch these on as well? Like, I think that's the thing that like bothered that because it was on CBS, wasn't it?
Picard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe HBO.
Maybe. They have a lot of Star Trek on there.
Exactly. Yeah.
They have a lot.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's good. They're fun. I forgot.
There's only 3 of them, right?
Yeah, and then they did not cancel the 4th one. There's a lot of like rumor about it, but
it's indefinitely delayed.
Yeah, indefinitely delayed, but they still have people like signed on for when they want to start doing it again. But it's one of those, whenever I watch those, I forget how much I like them until I'm watching them again.
They're fun.
Yeah. Fucking came out in 2008. I didn't realize it was that old now.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look old.
Chris Pine, right? That plays Kirk. Yeah. He's actually not a bad Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to be kind of...
Zachary Quinto is actually a pretty good Spock.
I think he's one of the best castings, like, the possible for Spock.
To fill the shoes of Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, like, he's phenomenal as Spock. But, like, Kirk that's Chris Pine. Chris Pine's good at being, like, the good-looking, cocky guy, and that's what Kirk is.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the time, so... yeah, that's not very exciting, talking about a movie that came out in 2008.
Well, I mean, we could eventually do a review of them all.
Yeah, we could.
I mean, because I just recently watched the remake Godzilla movies, 2014 and 2019. And a lot of it was,
that's also in with what's coming out.
Exactly, it's literally research for Godzilla versus Kong coming out because I'm really excited for it. I mean, we both liked Kong Skull Island.
I loved Kong Skull Island. I thought that was cool.
And I was just really curious because I didn't know what happened or what anything, the storyline or anything. I remember when I first saw the trailer for Godzilla King of Monsters. That's the one that came out in 2019.
That's the second one, yeah.
Yeah, I thought they like created because there was so many like weird like close-ups of like Millie Bobby Brown and then like Godzilla was like. It's like it almost seemed like she was like telepathically communicating with him. Like, did they make some weird like connection of like a child and Godzilla? Like, what is happening in this movie? And it kind of like deterred me watching the trailers because I didn't grasp what was happening.
I thought they were 2 totally different movies. I didn't know they were connected.
I thought they were 2 totally different movies as well.
I thought they just went, hey, 2 studios both want to do Godzilla.
I thought they were 2 completely different movies as well. Well, they have 2 completely different like leading casts, really, except for the scientists / doctors / army people, military people.
I never realized that. That's actually because even Planet of the Apes did that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's you can really rehash new like ideas and like build on different characters as opposed to being the same main 4 over and over again. You can actually like kind of expand it. Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought about that.
So like the first one with Bryan Cranston and Aaron Tyler Johnson, I want to say his name is Taylor Johnson. Maybe he's Kick-Ass, Quicksilver, and Age of Ultron. You're
those are the same actors?
Yes, they are.
Really?
Those are the same actors. Yeah, he got really big after Kick-Ass.
Yeah. It was like I just watched
Age of Ultron,
WandaVision, and there's a flashback to the original.
Hit that Pietro.
Yeah, that Pietro, and he got big.
Yeah, he got big.
He got like really tall too.
I think he was just lanky in Kick-Ass.
Yeah, it was just kind of like a skinny.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was like,
but he was pretty fit in Kick-Ass too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he was. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
I never knew that. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What?
Him and Bryan Cranston are kind of like the leads, and Elizabeth Olsen. Weird. Elizabeth Olsen plays his wife in Godzilla in 2014.
And what is Bryan Cranston? Is he a scientist?
He's his dad and a scientist.
Oh, okay.
Who witnessed one of the first like big like radiation explode leaks where his wife is lost in it. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. There's a I don't know, there's a really good story within it, and in the first one they don't have any like the classic Godzilla monsters in it.
It's in the second one they start introducing.
Yeah, it's actually no, they introduce all of them.
Right. Like I said, I've seen the second one.
Yeah.
I remember my favorite being Mothra.
Mothra, it's still gross as ugh. But
Well,
like,
you don't like moths.
yeah, I don't like moths. At
But I
all.
just thought the whole
But
like
she was she
was pretty.
She was pretty. She was pretty. Yeah.
She was really
like,
pretty.
The wings and whatnot.
And that little chirping she
pretty
would do.
that made me want to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was very well
but
designed.
like Ghidorah, they actually that's the 3-headed one.
You're gonna have to help me.
Yeah.
out.
Ghidorah is recognized as like one of Godzilla's like actual like true arch enemies through like the original kaiju. The monsters for the Japanese stuff and whatnot.
Monsters for Japanese stuff.
Yeah. Very generic description right there, guys. Yeah. Don't sue me, please. Don't cancel me. But he's actually from outer space.
Yeah,
Like Ghidorah is. Mothra is not. Mothra is actually
like an elder god.
is one of like the like the queen of monsters. Is
Yeah.
like, one of the original of the I mean, it's really interesting thinking. Like, I was looking at the history of Godzilla, and I had known this at one point, and it just kind of lost me. Is Godzilla is 100% a response and to the nuclear war, no, to World War II when we dropped the nuclear bombs in Japan. So I looked up his name and I forgot to write it down, but the creator of Godzilla, Godzilla is like the embodiment of the nuclear bombs that hit Japan. And it's supposed to be like a metaphor of that terror and that disaster that happened. So like, which is why Godzilla is atomically powered and powered by radiation, and then it just kind of took a whole world life of its own. It seems like after that.
Yeah, you want her to keep anting up, basically.
Yeah, but then eventually Godzilla turns from, because like in the first one, Godzilla is the antagonist. Godzilla's destroying Tokyo, and they don't know how to stop him. And then he turns into the king of monsters, and then defending the people. Like he defends them from Mothra. He defends them from King Ghidorah.
I always use the
Rodan.
Use the term defending kind of loosely.
Yeah.
Still leveling cities in the process.
Yeah, that's true.
Along with a big monkey.
And actually, King Kong versus Godzilla was the first versus. I thought Mothra versus Godzilla, or Godzilla versus Mothra, was the first one out of like the series of the Godzilla movies.
Mm-hmm. Like the OG ones, you mean?
Yeah, it was like there's like Godzilla, and then Godzilla the raids again or something, and then Godzilla versus Mothra. No, and then King Kong versus Godzilla, then Godzilla versus Mothra.
Oh, I didn't know they already did a Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was the first two giant monsters versus each other thing. Yeah. And they're like they just started creating these like giant like monster like kaiju. They just start like Godzilla would just start versus like they would have a movie like there was a Mothra movie before Godzilla versus Mothra, and so since Mothra was successful, well, let's put him against Godzilla, and then create an entire storyline like in the Godzilla versus Ghidorah movie. Like Mothra, Godzilla, and Rodan all team up together to fight Ghidorah. So it's like, I don't know. Just, interesting history that I'm going to keep diving into.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm probably actually going to start. I'm probably going to watch all of the old Godzillas.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you're going to go on a deep dive.
I'm going to go on a deep dive. But I'm also like, I don't know. I'm really excited. I'm really interested in this history, especially like this history of cinema. It's very specific.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have a book to give you.
Oh, okay.
About this, actually.
Oh, cool.
I bought it on a whim a few years ago and then never touched it again. I don't know. Like I was just like, oh, this sounds interesting, and then I got it home and I was like, I'm gonna put this on my bookshelf, and it's gonna live there forever.
I know that feel.
But I'll totally give you that.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I hope everybody listening is excited for me to be talking about Godzilla a lot. What else do you got going on?
I think I'm gonna watch Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Why would we not? Why would you? What? Because Nicolas Cage.
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up. Did you watch the trailer yet?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, I didn't watch the trailer.
I've watched it many times.
I was gonna watch it the first time with you.
Oh, dude, no. If I see Nicolas Cage
know,
something,
I
I'm gonna watch
figured.
it. Do you wanna do a pause and play it, and then a response?
Yeah, actually.
All right, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we'll pause for a second, and we're gonna watch that. And if you guys want to pause and give it a watch as well, what are you playing it on?
YouTube.
Just on YouTube?
Yeah,
okay,
just
cool.
Willy's Wonderland.
So yeah, we'll pause for a second, and we'll get back into it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
What'd you think?
Yeah. So for those that decided not to watch it,
It's like a Friday night or Friday night at Freddy's
yeah.
type type
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like a really graphic horror movie where Nick Cage is fucking up demonic animatronics.
Possessed animatronics, yeah.
It's like a Chuck E. Cheese from hell. Like,
Exactly. I'm just so excited for it.
that looks really cool.
And I also said streaming on February 12th. I didn't know that it was already streaming.
Yeah. I almost watched it last night, but then I was like, wait.
I mean, I would have already watched it probably. I thought it wasn't coming out until the end of this month.
Yeah. That looks cool. And it's I like Nick Cage's kind of like weird horror roles he's going into.
Yeah, because he did what was that one with the parents turning on them?
Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
Yeah. I haven't seen
The Color of Space. Is
No,
that what it's called?
Oh, I don't know that one. Oh, no,
The sci-fi one where he lives on the farm with his family.
I have vaguely someone's brought that up to me, but no, not, oh god, it's a one name thing. People right now listening that know it are just gonna be like, Jacob, it's this.
The one I'm talking about is Color Out of Space, which is another really weird, trippy sci-fi, kind of like has that like 70s realm feel to it. You should check out that too. That looks cool. But yeah, in his older age, he's doing some weird ass horror movies. Which he should have been doing that for a long time.
But he kind of, because he's such a fucking out there actor. Where is it? It was before these ones. What? Mandy. Mandy's another one.
Yeah,
of those. There's like a chainsaw fight in it or something. I haven't seen that as well.
Yeah, in the last few years, he's had like 4. Like,
Yeah.
Mom and Dad was like the first. That was really weird.
God, it's so good.
It's
though.
really good. Really violent. That looks really violent. Color from Space looks like I said, like really Color Out of Space looks like really creepy 70s like psychedelic sci-fi alien movie.
Yeah.
And then Mandy looks like just kind of another really violent,
just kind of out there
violent slasher or something or other. But yeah, I mean, I was like, I'm definitely gonna watch that. Also, because we were talking about like different Muppet roles and stuff. And like taking a really violent movie and but I don't know, it's like I kind of fell into that realm for me.
Oh, I can totally see that. There's some good Nicolas Cage movies like Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta staying as the only people,
and then everyone else being Muppets.
Yeah.
What if you made one of them
Captain Nicolas Cage
and then a Muppet, so he had to face swap with
a Muppet
with Kermit or something?
God. Now we get weird. That might be a little too weird. But yeah,
so that looks cool.
That brings me the Mortal Kombat trailer.
I was just gonna bring that up too.
Have you watched that one yet? Yeah.
That looks cool.
I'm kind of torn.
Why? What is it not?
I'm not really excited about them introducing an original character.
I missed that.
Oh, yeah, no, like the main character. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he's not a Mortal Kombat character. They're creating a new character for this story. And
are we sure? Is it going to be like Batman Arkham Knight?
Oh, no, it's 100%. I mean, unless they do some type of like weird, like he's secretly actually this person, like secretly Johnny Cage or something, which he's not. Then Johnny Cage isn't even in the movie.
I'm okay with that.
I don't know. There's just like, I'm excited to see because the fighting scenes look fucking awesome, and it looks like it's going to be a very fittingly violent movie for Mortal Kombat,
and it should be,
as it should be. Yeah. which like because I mean it's got to be like Mortal Kombat needs to be rated R. And like the original ones, as fun as they are for what they were, those actually followed the storyline of the video games much closer than it seems like what they're doing with this one. And I think that's kind of like that they're taking the Sub-Zero and Scorpion storyline and implementing it really hardcore.
Yeah, which I mean that's much better than the original 90s ones they did.
But then they're also like Liu Kang, like I don't know exactly how much. It doesn't seem like Liu Kang is supposed to be the hero of Earthrealm, and it looks like they're leading into this new character going to be the hero of Earthrealm. And then they have Melina in it, and they haven't even introduced Kitana. And Kitana is supposed to be the princess of the Outer Realm, and Melina is a clone of her.
Oh, so how can you?
So I'm just kind of like,
Well, like in a weird way, like bear with me here, the whole new character thing now being the hero kind of fits into it being a video game movie because you make your character and then you because
I see what I feel like you're reaching.
Oh hell yeah! That's why that sentence didn't end with words. It ended with I mainly just I am only going to go in, not for story or anything. I'm just going to go in for, they need to do good martial art choreography and special effects.
Yeah.
If they nail those, I'm going to I'll probably, unless the plot's really stupid.
Which I'm afraid it's going to be. Mortal Kombat's plot's pretty fucking stupid.
Actually, yeah.
It's pretty weird and convoluted and like large and yeah.
Yeah.
But I give the writers of the video games credit for really focusing on having like most characters having a full like story as opposed to just like they're, it's clear like Liu Kang and Raiden are kind of like the lead characters of it in a big way, but every other character, they don't really feel like they're supporting. They kind of feel like they fit in with what's happening as well.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing they got to be careful of is not like, what was it in like Reptile? Oh yeah, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Reptile. We're all just these kind of like, we need a fight scene with a bad guy here.
Yeah,
pick Reptile. It's like, well, Reptile's more than just cannon fodder, and that's basically just what he became. Yeah,
and then also in the original they had like Sub-Zero being a bad guy. Sub-Zero was fought for Earthrealm.
Yeah, and then there's the whole thing, and they completely got rid of that whole feud between the two clans of Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
And if you really want to get into it, it's like the only reason Scorpion's fighting for the Nether Realm is because Quan Chi, gave him resurrected him to be a
weapon, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
He was tricked.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Scorpion would actually be fighting for Earthrealm.
Honestly, I think a Mortal Kombat movie completely focusing on those two and their clan's feud would be cool.
Oh, dude, hell yeah!
Just the history between their two clans. I'd watch the hell out of that with like Sub-Zero and then his brother and what happened to Scorpion and him coming back from the underworld. And
there's an animated short that's, but
there is, huh? Scorpion one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's an actual movie.
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's like an animated. It's an animated hour 15 movie. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did too.
I haven't watched that in a while. I've only watched it once. Huh. I think I was I was intoxicated enough to kind of not remember too much of it. So look at that.
This is beautiful power you have. It's like you can like watch these movies all over again, like you never seen them.
Yeah, right.
What was my when we watched Star Trek Beyond? Right? Is that the third one? Yeah, I watched that and I was like,
oh, I remember you telling me this a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm pretty sure some of these scenes look really familiar, but I don't remember what the plot is.
No, yeah. There's been a handful of movies where I've done that as well. It's like, oh, I've never watched this. I'm like, oh, I totally have.
I totally have watched this.
But yeah, I don't know. I am torn on that Mortal Kombat. Like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm excited to watch it, but I guess I'm just not putting my hopes up too high and really liking it that as much as I think I could.
Yeah, and I was just I think it's a safe bet to go into that movie with that.
Yeah,
and maybe stop watching trailers for it. You've seen the initial one.
Yeah, no, I'm probably not going to watch anything more.
Yeah,
I've seen I know it's gonna there's gonna be like information in it like coming up on my like Google News feed just because I would have looked at a lot of Mortal Kombat stuff in general, and like the algorithms for that stuff, and like comicbook.com is like a huge thing that covers stuff like that, and that's like that website's just in my algorithm for like almost anything they like write about. So
yeah, it's gonna happen.
But yeah, so
I started playing Control again, and that's cool.
Yeah, so the mechanics of that game are fucking crazy.
That game's hard.
Yeah, I remember like
I find that game really hard.
I think I have it, but I definitely I got it on a discount, and I played probably like the first like 30 to 40 minutes of it till you get to kind of that first boss.
The floaty guy. And like you still have like the shadows that are just coming at you from different angles. And it's definitely like trying to set up like there's a specific like thing you're supposed to do on like charging something to then like do like a really big move against the floaty guy or something. No, the floaty guy you can't throw stuff at.
That's what it is. And
you throw something at it and it's going to teleport left or right, and then you just preemptively aim where they're going to be.
And that was so frustrating.
It was hard.
I couldn't get through it.
It was really hard.
And it frustrated me to the point like, and I even like, I think I even started the game on easy, and it was like, I'm like, this is easy.
That's the thing. There aren't any easy modes. They give you a lot of options in game. Maybe, and this is just, I've been playing it now, so I don't know what they've changed, but you can really go in and change a lot of like the sensitivities, and the only easy mode you can turn on like one hit kill or immortal mode.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Like,
maybe that's what it was. Like there was no way for me to like set an easy mode for me to be like, I just want to get through this now. Because the storyline seems so interesting.
The storyline's really interesting. I just turned on aim assist, and I was like, I kind of feel cheap doing this, but it made it easier. But I still die all the time.
Yeah, but it's also like that's there just because like, I mean, I don't think that makes anybody like less of a gamer or like anything. It's like you do that because you just want to like experience like the story. You know? And like as much as I enjoy playing a games and like getting a challenge out of it, like playing like God of War. Or like even like Dark Souls. Like Dark Souls is 100% about the challenge.
Yeah, the overcoming of this huge obstacle kind of thing. Yeah.
And then
some games are just like, I just want to get through the goddamn
And then like
story.
Last of Us, like a game like Last of Us or Uncharted, like I prefer to play it on medium because if I play it on easy, then I just go through. It's too easy for me.
Mm-hmm.
So like medium or hard is more of like, it's like, okay, it gives me enough of a challenge where I'm still enjoying like playing a game and I'm still getting a storyline.
Yeah, it's like you're still getting the conflict.
Yeah, or like Resident Evil. Like Resident Evil is very much like I prefer like I like the challenge of playing it on medium because it gives me that challenge of like figuring everything out. But if I put it on easy, then everything's just too easy.
Yeah. But like Control just like aesthetically is fucking really cool, and I think I was telling you this is that this is by Remedy Games and they need to get their hands on Matrix.
Yeah, you were saying that, and actually like with the mechanics they have in that game, 100%
they could kill it.
Yeah.
Especially because this is all about like different dimensions kind of overlapping and stuff like that. But if you just take the computer console or the computer program at like aspect and then be able to like boot up like the weapons like coming in, the arsenal that that they picked and stuff like that. And I was just imagining with these mechanics that entire scene in the first one in the lobby.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that would be fucking rad. Like throwing stuff. I don't know. I just think that I want them to make a Matrix game, which would basically just be this, but Matrix themed.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm really enjoying it because I'm just like throwing stuff, and gliding and shit. It's cool. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like short segment. Uh-huh. Yep. Don't know what else to say about that. Yep. Okay. Burr, 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 burr. Did we talk about the little things together? That now that I've seen it, you know that I finally saw that I watched Little Things.
We talked about it. Did we record that?
I don't think we did, because did we record me seeing it? Like, did we talk about me watching it and how I didn't like Jared Leto's performance?
Because we did talk about this.
We did. Okay.
We did.
I don't think we were recording though.
No, I think it was after we did either
the last week's
Us.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about as we were packing up.
Yeah. Hey guys, so we're having some technical difficulties with our brains right now.
Because I remember, because we went on a huge because then we were talking the first time we talked about a weird map.
Okay, let's actually talk about it.
Okay,
let's actually talk about it. All right. So
now that you've seen Little Things,
refresh my memory what you said about it. God damn it,
it's complicated. No, it's not what
you expect it to be.
Yeah, from the trailers, it's not what you expect it to be. It's not really about it's about a murder.
Yeah,
but it's not really about a murder. It's more about the two detectives that are involved in investigating the murder, and then them becoming. One mainly becoming obsessed with a suspect is guilty.
Yeah.
And just what becoming obsessed with a case can do to somebody.
So I guess that's I don't know if I don't feel like that's giving too much away. I don't really want to go into the details of it. I don't want to do a spoiler with it if people haven't watched it yet. I mean, it's leaving HBO Max at the end of this month, or maybe already just left.
You have 6 days starting today.
Okay. So then this will be released with it already gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess, I don't know. I guess the biggest thing that I was talking about was the acting in it. And cause I feel like the story itself is rushed, and I wasn't really captivated with the story of it. I was captivated more with Rami Malek's performance and Denzel Washington's performance, and infuriated by Jared Leto's performance.
He's been really on my mind the last few days.
Jared Leto?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the Little Things just come out. The Joker's about to come out, or another performance of the Joker's about to get
Morbius next year.
Morbius.
I've been thinking about that a lot specifically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's such a sought out actor that, and he is a really good actor. I mean, I've seen him do some really good things. But then, sometimes he just, does, he gets so much into this sense of, trying to be transformative that I feel like he loses the connectivity of the character to the performance. He's trying to show so much that he's a different character that there becomes no character. There's no grounded connection.
It becomes almost too loosey-goosey. There's no anchor holding him to...
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't feel real.
It doesn't exist in reality. It seems you're seeing a performance. You're not seeing someone transformed into another person. When you watch Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood, or Daniel Day-Lewis fucking anything he's done, Daniel Day-Lewis is a different person in every single movie, and it's believable, and it's grounded in some type of reality of the script and the world that they're in.
I find him very similar in Gangs of New York and There Will Be Blood.
I can kind of see that.
I find them to be very similar people.
But I mean...
they're just similar kind of people.
Those are just similar kind of characters.
Yeah.
But Jared Leto, just as I talked about I'm in Suicide Squad, and how his laugh is just so much out of context of the Joker that he created. And I'm not even really a big fan of that Joker in general. I don't think, the aesthetically... It was distracting from what it was supposed to be, who was supposed to be the Joker. You know what I mean? Who the Joker is. I felt was very distracting and out of context in a lot of ways. There was it was they seemed like they just were trying so hard to make an original Joker in the Suicide Squad that there was oh, well, what if he was actually tatted up? Because that's kind of the new edgy thing, blah, blah, blah. And then he had a grill, and then the whole the smile tattoo on the hand. And then, but outside of all of that, his laugh was such a forced idea of a Joker laugh that just didn't seem very real.
Well, and if I remember correctly from reading too, the whole teeth thing, there's an actual scene with something that landed on the cutting floor.
Yeah.
Where he gets it's either Batman, it's Batman or another.
Oh, his face gets broken.
He gets
up.
busted, really bad, and it was supposed to show he pushed the guy, got his ass kicked, and then came around, and then I think it was to show how manipulative he was mentally, and then how physically he was a threat. I think if I remember correctly, that was the whole point. And the teeth were supposed to be
grill,
was supposed to be a reminder, because not even a grill. They're actually because he's still.
Are they caps?
Yeah, some of them are cap. They're all different. They got the replaced teeth.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that makes more sense. But there needs to be context.
That's the thing, though. So I think that they thought of this context, but then when it came to editing, they
Oh, dude, there's so it's been like Jared Leto has said that there is so much of his performance that was just cut out of the movie.
Yeah, so it's like, of course, the character would make sense.
Like almost upwards to an hour worth of content.
Yeah, like its own Joker movie on its like of his time in Arkham, and so it's like, yeah, I mean that's another reason. I mean that's another reason why the character wasn't flushed out is because you never saw anything to flush it out.
I feel like even if like the character was more flushed out in Suicide Squad, that laugh would have still bothered me. That,
yeah,
you know,
I think that was
and then
a lot of people's...
pulling it back to the little things is there's a lot of choices that Jared Leto makes as this character in it that don't feel grounded in the reality of the character.
Why does he talk like Dumbledore?
Yeah, you know, it's like
that. I was like,
you know, it's like I can understand
I got
like
a thing with voices.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I mean, yeah.
I complained last week about voice I didn't care for.
It's like the way that he walks is very much contrived. Yeah, the way that he's talking is very contrived. The prosthetics they have on his face and like contacts they put on him, just like they do a good job to mask him, but then he doesn't feel connected to like the prosthetic. It's like he was aware that he was getting these prosthetics, and there would be like the idea of a mask for him to like move through and move with. Mm-hmm. But it's like he created this character before he even had the prosthetics, as opposed to like getting the prosthetics on, looking in the mirror, and like playing and discovering who this character
and what his facial expressions would look like.
Yeah,
and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's me going deep into my actor brain.
Yeah.
But I mean,
like I remember Mr. Nobody. He was pretty.
I haven't seen that actually. Is that the one like the John Lennon?
Time travel.
Oh, that's right.
Everyone is like, he's the only mortal left.
Interesting.
In a world of immortals, like we've gotten so advanced in science that you basically can live forever, and he's like the last dying man, and so a reporter comes to interview him, and it goes into he's telling the story, but he's so old that you're not sure which one is. There's like one where his parents get separated, so he starts talking about living with his dad and starts going through that story arc. But then he starts talking about how he lived with his mom actually, and it's going through these split parallel universes that it seems like he can't keep
together.
He can't keep together what actually happened and not. So you're getting this whole very flushed out, very expansive one life in two thing. It's really really hard to explain. But it was interesting in it because it was the same character but dealing with two separate completely.
Is this an episode of Community?
Yeah. Then Abed walks in and it's like you spun the dice too many times
and it's difficult to explain.
But you should check it. It's interesting. I remember the biggest thing
I think I definitely remember wanting to watch it.
Visually, it's cool.
It came out like the late 2000s, early 2010s.
I want to say somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Is that visually it's really cool. I remember liking him in it, but
like he's not a bad actor. I just feel like obviously he's won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club.
Never seen that.
I haven't seen that as well. I know there's a lot of flack with that, with him playing a transgender character, and
it's that one.
Yeah, very, very well. You know, like it sparked a lot of conversation that is still ongoing and whatnot. Well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have come to it's like if you want if there's a trans character, cast a trans actor. You know, or I should say if there is a trans character, cast a trans actor.
Well, because even Supernova is having that conversation right now.
Oh, really?
With Stanley Tucci and not.
I mean, yeah, is that not the right actor?
No. It's him and. Like you want to say Calvin Klein? That's not it.
That's totally that's underwear.
I'm forgetting what his name is. Do you remember Love Actually?
Mm-hmm.
The guy that falls in love with the Portuguese woman. He's the writer, and he's like living in that like cabin to like work on his book, and he ends up having this relationship with her, and they can't really communicate, but they start communicating. It's like
I completely forgot about that entire storyline in Love Actually.
The one.
There's a lot of storylines in Love Actually. I'm just, as my brain just started to like think of all of them, like, man, how do they fit so much content?
Colin Firth.
Oh, okay.
Colin Firth and Stanley Tucci play a couple that are going like on a cross-country camping trip kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
And stopping by family and stuff. And the thing is, Stanley Tucci is suffering from early latent dementia. So it's just a story about their relationship and them dealing with the sickness together. And
so what's the controversy?
They're two straight men playing a gay couple.
Playing gay couple. Mm.
And I don't want to say controversy. There's a lot of conversation about it. Like interviews with Stanley Tucci and other LGBTQ actors that
could have been like,
or just like Neil Patrick Harris had an interview about it. There's just been a lot of conversation about it.
Yeah.
And it's also, I think Stanley Tucci is kind of a peak at that because he has played a lot of LGBTQ.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot. He's played a few in his career. And but if you haven't seen it looks really sad.
Yeah, what's the name of it again?
Supernova.
I think I've seen a trailer for it.
It looks really good.
I think it's just like the name Supernova kind of like just it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it sounds like that would be like a sci-fi,
weird
movie.
title for almost a sci-fi title for a drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a romantic drama. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
yeah. Okay.
How did I get on that?
Controversial roles for actors.
Oh, because
Jared Leto.
Yeah, I was like, that was a weird jump. But
we went all over. We went down a rabbit hole.
We did. But like jumping back to Jared too is like I keep going in my head to Morbius.
Yeah. So why so? Like I'm kind of like just for what it is and when it's gonna like when it kind of like how it was with Venom.
Yeah, but it's like I mean the thing with the Morbius though is that you can have Morbius without Spider-Man. You can't really have you can have a symbiote without Spider-Man, but you can't have Venom.
I'm trying to remember this actual full storyline of Morbius because I'm pretty sure Morbius was created through something that Parker was doing. Like there was.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah,
but you can take that aspect out.
Yeah, as long as I'm trying to remember.
If anything, I'd be like,
it's been a while with like.
I want them to link this to Blade. Like if this led to a new Blade.
I mean, that would make a lot of sense because Morbius and Blade fought a lot through the comics and then finally like teamed up at one point. Like, they became like allies fighting together.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know. That's the thing is like I think Jared Leto like maybe his over the top weirdness that he does will be really good for like a creature feature, as this like vampiric mutant, right? He's a mutant basically, right?
He becomes pretty much a vampiric mutant. Like,
yeah,
he was a regular guy and then through like an accident.
Yeah, bit by a radioactive bat kind of thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. No, that's not.
Just that made me think of Crimson Chin. One day, bit by a radioactive pop star on the chin. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like that's another one. Like I'm weirdly like I enjoy Venom for what it is. I don't think it's great, but I did have that like, oh, you can't do Venom without Spider-Man. But Morbius, I'm like, I feel like you can make that work. Like it's now just a horror action movie with a vampire mutant guy. I
mean, in that defense, they made Venom work then.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. It's not.
Let me turn it around on you, fucker.
Sorry, it's not Venom though. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't know. This whole new dark Marvel thing they're doing. I don't know. I don't know.
And then let's see if they somehow try to wrap that back into the MCU as well with the whole like multiverse and madness that's going to be happening with Doctor Strange and Spider-Man.
I just imagine like Tom Harlan and Tom Hardy like I don't know, like fighting also because of the way their characters are. Like I just imagine like I guess he doesn't swing, right? Venom right now. Doesn't have web slinger powers.
No, but I mean, also like the symbiote, its web sling, it was just
tentacles.
It was like extending its symbiote.
Arm.
Yeah.
Well, I just like imagine like okay, so like,
I think there was a couple of scenes where he was kind of like grabbing and moving fast.
Yeah, there's a motorcycle scene. Yeah. He's like falling off the motor and pulling it back into him. Yeah. But like I just imagine so like Tom, like Peter like sets up the Sonic thing to like hurt the creature and is like punching Tom Hardy and apologizing. Sorry, Mr. Hardy, like slamming him up again. And then you'd have him because his character is pretty nice too. Be like, it's okay, kid. It's like I just see it as being a very polite, apologetic fight between the two of them.
Oh man, that's
actually kind of a cute idea.
Yeah, that's really funny. Actually.
That's pretty funny. Because what's it, Brock? Sorry, Mr. Brock. Like it kicks him off a building.
I don't know. We might be starting to look to see actually a darker side of Parker though, moving forward in the movies. After everything that happened with this Mysterio.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And then
I forget about that movie a lot.
And then the reveal, like how Parker's like identity is now worldwide.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's one of the things that like really like makes Peter like question whether it's worth it. Like he gets like really like depressed and dark through this shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Spider-Man 2 with Tom Holland.
Yeah, it was gonna be like with Spider-Man dysfunction powers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that'd be cool. I want to. Yeah, I'd love to see Tom Holland do that.
I'm really excited for Tom Holland doing fucking Nathan Drake.
Dude, I'm really excited for like half the shit that Tom Holland's coming out.
Dude,
with.
a lot of stuff. He's killing it right now. He's like on a.
I'm not so excited with Chaos Walking with Daisy Ridley.
Oh, I've seen like little clips of that.
I don't know. It just seems super out there.
What is it?
It's like
I haven't watched a trailer for it.
So
yet.
like Daisy Ridley's character just like crash lands on the like on Earth or something. I might be misquoting like this movie really bad, but like she's like the only woman on the planet, and then Tom Holland and all of the men that are left on the planet, like it's just like a planet of men. They've like found this like they have like they can communicate telekinetically. They almost have like a hive type mind. Like they have their own individual mind, but you can hear everyone's thoughts at any given point.
That sounds like a nightmare,
right? And so then all of a sudden, like he like
sharing a consciousness. That's horrible. Oh my god. Oh, that's no. Thank you.
And like he like stumbles across her, and like then all the men want to get her like and kill her or something. I don't know. It's describing this movie poorly, but also I don't know. It doesn't look. It looks really weird, and like it looks like a very far-fetched like science fiction like idea. It got like put on the shelf for like 2 years. It wasn't supposed to get released. I think it was the last movie that was like produced by the Harvey Weinstein Company.
Oh,
yeah. So like it's been put on a shelf for a really long time, and it's been in just like legal hell for it to get released. And I think there was a bunch of thing about reshoots as well that like Tom Holland couldn't really get to, or Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland like went through like 6 months of reshoots, and they're like, this was fucking hell for us. And then the movie got put on a shelf.
Yeah. So it's just a nightmare production all the way through.
Yeah.
I've just been seeing memes of like, it's Tom. It's from this movie. Tom is like, what's your name? And then she responds, Ray. And then Ray Skywalker. And then he goes, oh, we're using made up names. My name's Spider-Man.
That's good. Yeah. I like that.
That was funny.
But he has another one coming out with the Russo brothers, who directed Endgame and Infinity War and Civil War. Cherry, where he plays a war vet going to like PTSD essentially.
How old is he?
He's like 25.
Makes me hate him.
I think he might be younger too. Actually, I think he's 23.
He's pretty young.
Yeah, he's like 23. He's like 23 to 25.
I say that, but then I remember his lip sync battle where he did Umbrella. That was was one of the most amazing.
It's amazing.
The corset and the heel and killed it.
It does the fucking suicide drop at the end of it.
Oh yeah,
dude, just like yeah.
That was I want to go. I hate him, and I go. That was really cool though.
He seems like just a fucking really cool.
Yeah,
I would love to get a pint with him.
A pint with him.
Yes. let me get a little British there.
Get him a little drunk and start asking questions about the MCU.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn all the secrets.
It's like, tell me all the secrets. No.
I'll get yelled at by Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Where did that come? Okay.
I was talking about Tom Hardy and Tom Holland having a fight.
No, but this all connected back to like that's talking about the little things.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
And then it became just him as an actor. And I guess that's where
Let's not remap our conversation.
But that's it seems like Jared Leto is just getting these really kind of out there roles, taking it and kind of rolling with it too hard, basically.
Yeah.
When he needs to kind of ground it a little more.
Let's move forward out of this.
Okay.
What else do you got on your topics list?
No, that was pretty much. I mean, I had one.
There's a lot of things that I keep kind of starting, like I said, and like not finishing.
Yeah. I do want to start watching the new Muppet show, not the old Muppet show on Disney.
Did you know that they have a
disclaimer?
That's
why I want to watch it.
A lot of older Disney stuff, they have that disclaimer at the beginning. Like they have it at the beginning of Dumbo. They have it at the beginning at Aristocats.
Yeah, well, because
it's at the beginning of like all the Looney Tunes, the old Looney Tunes.
I would assume so.
Yeah, it's even at the beginning of like a lot of like old like Mickey Mouse shorts. Disney was racist.
Yeah. But also that's the whole thing. Like the conversation came out for them editing all that stuff out.
Yeah.
But then,
and I think it's better to leave it in there because then like the parents can make the choice on whether or not they want their kids to be exposed to it, and if they do, then they can like with that disclaimer have that conversation.
Yeah,
you know?
And I mean, I think it's better than pretending like it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the kind of thing is like because we see what happens with that, then people still think the South won the fucking Civil War.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean,
if you try to erase a history, the history is just going to come back again.
Yeah.
You gotta keep it in there as an example of what not to do.
Mm-hmm. I think it's better. Like, I wonder, did they put Muppets on there and then go, oh wait,
probably,
or did they go?
They probably like there was probably like notice of it. Like, okay, I don't know. I'm not part of fucking Disney's executive crew.
But I kind of want to watch it just because I've never seen like the old school Muppet
No, they're
stuff.
good. They're fun.
But
yeah.
I'm sure there's some real cringe.
Oh yeah,
horribleness.
Dude, there's real cringe shit in the fucking 90s too, and the 80s and the 2000s. I mean, I think we're like the early 2000s, much more cringier than like some of the shit we get in the 80s and the 90s.
Well, in the 2000s, it seems like everyone was doing lines of coke and not caring.
I feel like that was the 80s too, but I feel like it was more like in the 2000s, like this whole like sense of homophobia, especially homophobia, like homophobic jokes, like you're gay, da, 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 was like so popular, and I think it was just like such a huge, like such a big, like I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's like the idea of that. My brain just got lost. It was bad.
That's what I mean. I felt like it was just railing coke and trying to see how far you could push.
I don't even think it was see how far you could push. I think it was just like that was just the culture, There was so many like guy like the locker room talk, It's like, oh, it's just like guys being guys. Uh-huh. Like that was such a very common like thought in like the early 2000s that was so toxic and so like hurt just so many fucking people. Like, like in a culture, like in an entire generation of people thinking it was okay to just call each other like homophobic slurs, thinking that it's just them joking around, not realizing what they're doing to like this marginalized group of people. Because I mean, I was a victim of that generation and culture, really hardcore. Like I got called. Yeah,
so was I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of which one was the worst. Yeah, I guess 2000s was real bad.
Dude, just think about everything that American Pie.
Oh, I tried to watch American Wedding and I couldn't sit through it. I was like, I don't care.
I mean, it only because I have such fond memories of my childhood with those movies.
I just don't think they're funny anymore.
No, and that's completely fine. And I like that bad raunchy humor.
I do miss Sean William Scott.
Stifler?
Well, I like in the Rundown.
Oh yeah.
Like,
or Goon. I know you love Goon.
I fucking love Goon. Shout out to Ryan. Love that. Still to this day, I love that movie.
But oh yeah, so like things that I keep like kind of starting and not finishing. Like there's this like spy gadget documentary on Netflix that I started to watch. That was really cool.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I watched like I think the first episode. I don't know, but I think I fell asleep while kind of watching because I just put it on when I was tired. And then also, like I've been trying to like continue like keep up with Resident Alien, and I'm really liking it. But I don't know, just like time is like slipping past me. And then like the Hotel Cecil documentary about the
started watching that too.
The girl that disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Watched the first episode. Really, yeah, like, it's very unsettling. I was talking to Rebel. Apparently, the rest of it is just about how she was actually like very mentally, sick, and like, oh, this is why this like they kind of like solve it, quote unquote. But also, I don't know, like. He's like, I said, I watched the first episode. I was like, cool. Then you're going to really hate the rest of it. I was like, oh,
really?
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then, but like that spy one, I really want to watch. I think maybe we should like focus on like trying to get through that for maybe our next side B.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think that'd just be fun. Did you watch the Night Stalker documentary?
No, not yet.
That's actually really interesting. I did finish that one.
I heard it's pretty intense one.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Which a lot of people were surprised about, and I'm like, it's
Fucking
nice.
Richard Ramirez.
He's like one of the most like violent American serial killers. Like
it's very much shows. It's a reflection of that time period and just how easy it was to just get away with things because like just how little technology.
Well, yeah, and then just showing violence begets violence.
Yeah,
like with his upbringing and everything.
Oh yeah,
it's just I really don't want to watch that one. I just liked seeing like online everyone like being really shocked about it. I'm like, yeah, he was a monster. like
yeah,
and he was not like he was methodical, but not. That's what made him also really hard to catch because it was kind of he was a creature of help me out.
Habit?
No.
Because that would make it
opportunity.
Easy. Oh yes,
he was a creature of opportunity.
Yep,
you know, so it was like that's what made him even more dangerous and so hard to track.
The opportunistic nature of him. Yeah.
So it's like that's
it's really the most interesting thing I think from that documentary was the people that got interviewed that had met him or seen him or encountered him. I was like, oh yeah, no, there's like this guy with like soulless black eyes and like teeth that were jagged, and he just carried himself in a way that was just not right, and like he looked through me. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like he had like remember in one interview, basically it was like looking to the eyes of a shark.
Yeah. Did you you hear that? Do you like think back in your mind like, have I ever met someone like that?
I think I'd remember that. Also the teeth thing. I didn't get why people thought he was so goddamn attractive. Remember he had that whole following of like...
Yeah, I think that was just more of like if you close his mouth and then like facial structure type thing. Like he's got the high cheekbones and shit. I don't know. It's like everybody's saying that Ted Bundy is so fucking attractive. Like all the women like, oh my God, Ted Bundy's so hot. Ah.
I think Ted Bundy was better looking than...
Oh, 100% Ted Bundy's...
I like we're ranking serial killers.
Like, where are we going with this conversation?
On this month, The Bachelor, Ted Bundy.
Oh my God, that would be such a crazy like robot chicken sketch.
Like Ted Bundy as the Bachelor.
Oh, just like serial killer Bachelor.
Yeah. That'd be funny. That's in a really dark and twisted way.
It's so
it's
dark.
Robot Chicken.
I know.
They're like the only ones that could get away with it.
Exactly. That's why I'm like I say Robot Chicken, not like us creating a sketch.
Do they still?
Yeah.
They still are around?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Not. I don't think it's not as long as like their seasons are shorter and whatnot. You know, but.
Yeah, Robot Chicken. That's definitely something up their alley.
Oh yeah.
God, I'm just like having flashes of what would happen. Nothing good. Are we wrapping it up?
Well, yeah, I guess we can. I don't know. It's just like that's kind of a weird note to end it on with serial killers.
This has been a weird episode.
It totally has. Oh yeah, we went from Godzilla to Jared. I guess I don't know. Jared Leto, like the little things, kind of maybe. Well, I don't know.
I kind of put the theme of serial murder. Oh, I guess. Oh, now that ends it on that. We started doing the Hunt a Killer box thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So
she figured out the murder weapon today.
Oh, awesome.
And you email into a certain like website and they send back if you're correct or not.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's been interesting. It's like you open it up and it has two little evidence boxes with like whatever in it, but then it has actual like folder of the like a legit
like police report.
Like a incident report.
So things that are like redacted as well, like blacked out, like things. Yeah, man. So you're literally like you're reading through it. And you're like, well, that could have given me the answer.
That could have been something very important, you know. And it's not like actually redacted where you could hold it up to the light and maybe
I was just about to ask
printed, so you can't see it. So I'm gonna assume that's not.
But they could have printed it in a specific way for you to do that. Maybe. Have you tried it yet?
No.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, what could it hurt?
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. It's like, 3 pages of.
So what? So is it kind of like Clue? You have to like find the murder weapon. Like what are the things you have to find?
They're all individual. Like there's 6 mini boxes.
Oh, so the first one is figuring out what the murder weapon is,
and then I don't know what the second one is. Yet.
Oh, then so you got to wait in the mail for the next one.
So if you do the subscription, you have to wait, or you can just buy the entire case.
Is that what you guys did?
I just got the entire case.
Okay,
rather than have to wait. Also, because people like to steal from our apartment.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
that's fair.
I'm just gonna get that. But yeah, so then so it was 1 through 6, and then 2, 3, and then at the very end you have to write in and be like, okay, I like Clue. I think it was this person with this in this location at this time. Send it, and then they'll let you know if you're correct or not.
So with you getting the entire box, do you have the option to like open everything up at the same time?
I would definitely not recommend that. So just from the first box, the amount, because it was like 3 page in the case file. There's 3 pages here, 3 pages here on either side, and then 2 letters.
Okay.
A brochure of the national park where the body was found. There's a lot of content and a lot of reading.
You know what? And what's going to be probably crazy is you like keep opening up more stuff. You're going to have to go back and reference the stuff from earlier boxes.
That's why I'm like, I would definitely take it box by box, very slowly. At least if you're like,
as if you were like actual like detectives, like this is the first bit of evidence that you're trying to figure out, and like, oh, I found the murder weapon, which then opens up a new world.
And it's definitely a game I would do with somebody, mainly because we were just walking around the other day and we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, maybe they're like out loud to the point where we're like, if people are like overhearing us, it sounds like, because we're like, has all the like the actual technical terms for the type of injuries. And
that's awesome.
So we're like going like back and forth. And she's like, someone's seriously going to think that we're talking about a murder right now. And I'm like, well, because we are. Just a fake one.
Yeah.
Like,
well, if you guys ever need, guest star from another precinct, another episode of Law and Order or another show of Law and Order, you can give me a ring.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool. I I got it because there's this other podcast I listen to called Triple Click, and one of their hosts, anything that she has ever recommended, I've always been like, I really, really like to listen. But was saying that their partner and them were doing it together, and then just the way that they were singing the praise of it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this.
Hell yeah.
If you're saying everything you've ever recommended, I've always liked, so I was like, let's do it. And it's actually really cool.
Hell yeah.
It's like, and you feel, you feel like a kid.
How much was it for just the box? Like for all of it?
For the entire thing, 180.
180? Okay, that's not bad. Maybe that would be a fun thing maybe for us to do as a side B, is like we report what we find.
Oh yeah, like hunt a killer.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. We can look up the different boxes and find one that interests us.
Okay. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really, I highly recommend it because I've been on the fence about it for like a year, but I highly recommend if you're on the fence about it, just get it. It's cool. If you're into true crime stuff like this, it's your own personal Netflix documentary. Like
jump in the deep end, guys.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Stop living on the fence.
And then if you do the subscription, you'll get like one a month. So
yeah,
if you're also like a binge person, you want to get.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would definitely be. I would want to get the box like what you did.
Yeah, I don't think I would do the subscription thing.
Yeah, because like,
so let's say you finished it like real quick. Let's say you finished it within like 4 hours, and it usually took you a few.
And you
got
to wait another month.
Yeah, and then it's all cold, and you have to.
And there could be more dead bodies already, like styling up.
Yeah, you gotta catch the killer.
Yeah, what's wrong with you people?
You gotta catch them.
Killers don't work on subscription.
I like that tagline. Gotta think of something to tie that into in everyday life.
All right, I think that's a good note to end on.
Do you want to walk them through what we're doing next week?
Well, so next week we're doing a Cool World.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing kind of like an animated,
I think
double feature kind of thing.
Next week will be Cool World, which I rewatched the trailer for.
Cringe.
It's fucking weird.
Is it?
Yeah, I forgot how fucking weird this movie is.
All right, so this will be fun. I can't remember the last time I've seen this. So.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good episode because it doesn't have a really high IMDb rating, and I think Johnny Mnemonic was just easy to tear apart.
Yeah, it was.
And I think this might gonna be kind of like that, but there's gonna be definitely, I think maybe some redeeming thing. It's gonna be interesting talking about the animation with the live action.
Yeah,
I think
that'll be cool.
Yeah, especially like thinking about when this came out, and then also then thinking about like Who Framed Roger Rabbit
came out way before, and
it already, like, I'm spoiler everybody, Roger Rabbit looked a lot better.
It still looks great.
Yeah,
like it still looks really good.
But yeah, we'll be discussing Cool World next week. If you want to watch that before then, that'd be cool. So then you're, I don't know platforms that you can watch it off of for free.
I know it's on Prime.
But is it for free on Prime? Mm-hmm.
It's included with Prime right now.
Snaps.
Remember, that's why I thought that you thought of it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so it's on Prime. So if you want to watch it, it's on there.
Yep. All right, so thank you for listening. Sorry if we lost you at some points in this one.
We got lost as well, so it's
we
okay.
don't know. I don't know where I'm at right now. I think I'm on planet Earth.
Who are you?
What am I? Who am I? I don't know.
No, I thought
I'm thinking of Zoolander when he's looking in the reflection.
I was thinking of Monty Python.
Oh. We went way different. Okay, guys. Thanks for listening. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Share with friends. Share with family. Share with your animals. I don't know. Maybe they like to listen to us while, you're not there.
Yeah, well, okay, cool. This is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
This is
Tommy and Jacob's mixtape.
Okay, I guess.